let's break this down. Don't mind Miss Rachel's in the background. So we're taught heliocentrism is the idea that Earth spins around the sun, as if it's not even a theory, but an unquestionable fact. You're not supposed to challenge it, but here's where it gets a little interesting. When you actually look for proof, things don't line up. There's no measurable curvature, there's no detectable motion, there's no physical demonstration of water clinging to a spinning ball. What we get instead are explanations that sound more like excuses backed by space agencies, CGI, and authorities. And when you zoom out from this, the whole model is built on assumptions. Planets and galaxies spinning through infinite nothingness at impossible speeds, while somehow the stars above us stay locked in the exact same formations for all of recorded history. The North Star does not move. It's never moved. Oh my God, the Georgia Guidestones. What is going on? They destroyed those Georgia Guidestones also. Wonder why. Real science is supposed to be measurable, repeatable, observable, but what we're handed feels more like a belief system than science. Which raises the question, at what point does a belief stop being science and start being a kind of religion? I'm curious, what do you think? Do you fully trust the heliocentric model, or do you think there's more to question here? I'd love to hear what you guys have to say.
It's honestly crazy how they put stuff right in our face and we still don't see it. Does anybody else find it interesting that NASA uses T- when they launch their rockets? This is NASA with the letter T. Do you notice anything? If you didn't catch it, I spelled it out for you. It's literally Satan. Like, what? I already knew that they were wicked because they literally put a serpent tongue in their logo, and the word Nashah in Hebrew means to deceive. But the T- just takes it to a whole nother level. We all know that I believe the earth is flat, and every time I say that, I get mocked. But why would you trust a company to tell you the truth that literally has the devil in their logo, in their name, and their name in Hebrew means to deceive? Like, why trust them?
Did the Book of Enoch say that the earth was actually flat? Look, please don't come for me on this one. I am just the messenger. Let's follow his journey. Enoch says he is taken by angels up a mountain so high that it touches heaven. Once he is at that height, he can see the sky is being held up by the four winds like they are four giant pillars. And at the edge of all of this, heaven sits atop of it like a dome. That does not sound like some rock flying through space. That sounds like a divine design. But let's keep going. Enoch's journey takes a darker turn when he's led downward into the abyss. Now he sees flames rising like endless columns of fire. And down there, chained up, waiting for Judgment Day, were the Watchers, you know, the ones that corrupted mankind. They are locked away beneath the earth, just waiting for Judgment Day. So Enoch's vision paints earth as it's layered, right? Like a cake. You have heaven sitting in this dome shape above it, the four pillars holding up the sky, earth, God's creation, if you will, and then underneath this is this fiery abyss where the angels are chained up waiting for Judgment Day. So what happens to humanity's souls on God's creation when they pass away? That's what the angels show Enoch next. And if we believe Enoch, it changes everything that we know.
Just in case you didn't know, we don't live in no damn globe, y'all. We live in a firmament, and it look like this. Just in case you don't know what a firmament is, I got y'all, hold on. This is a great description of the ancient Hebrews. Breaking it down and so on and so forth. In the Egyptian culture, also down there, Hebrew Egyptian culture, firmament is known to be how the world actually is. You see here, we have different religions, mythology religions, so they say, with their own version of the firmament. Freemasonry does not shy away from the firmament symbolism either. We have movies based on the whole idea of the firmament, like Under the Dome. I'm guessing this is a short film actually called The Firmament. Go check it out. I haven't seen it, but I just found this on the internet. So this is something that they don't hide.
I keep remaking this, but the firmament is my biggest obsession. And I truly have to talk about it. I can't shut up about it. I have to talk about it. Okay, so firmament is a dome that separates the waters from the heavens and the waters of the earth, right? Cool. Now, this is where things get interesting. Firmament doesn't exist on round earth. Now, this is where I had to do my research. Okay, now, round earth rotates the sun. The sun is the center of this galaxy. Yeah, of the galaxy, I think. Yeah, of the galaxy. And we can basically be hit by meteors at any time, and we were created by the Big Bang. Now, the theory of how round earth came about completely destroys what is in Genesis. So if you are trying to get into Christianity, in literally the first page of Genesis, you open it up and you see the word firmament, you're not even going to want to believe it, because it sounds like bogus. It sounds dumb. It sounds crazy. And that is exactly what the round earth is trying to do. The round earth takes the focus off of human life. In Genesis 2, I think, God tells us that he made humans in his image, and he gives us dominion over the plants and the animals. The thing about a flat earth is it has a firmament. It has a firmament with Antarctica as the boundary. Okay, this is where 369 comes in, but anyways, we're not really going to talk about that right now. And above the firmament is the heavens, and that is where God is. If we know that we have a God who's watching over us at all times, will we not actually hold ourselves accountable for our actions? But if we believe that we are just here by random, like we're just here randomly, we just popped out of nowhere, we're not really gonna think that our lives have meaning, that we have purpose. And that is exactly when people lean on demonic things to discover their purpose, to have something that they can feel. They don't want to lean on God. It is crazy. I have so much more to say, but truly that is the essence of it. The thing about the earth and the way God created it is that he created it with us. We have dominion over so many things, including our lives. We are the only species that has free will, basically, if you think about it, because we control all the other animals. We have dominion over them. We are the only species that has free will. And you want to tell me that we don't matter? Our souls don't matter? You will know how much your soul matters when you realize how much the devil is fighting for it. You will realize that. There's so many things that he's put in this world in front of our faces to make sure that you don't end up even seeing God and feeling him. He uses so many different tactics to change the way that you think and the way that you see yourself. If you can see yourself as a minority, of something that doesn't matter, you won't think that your soul has meaning. But everybody's soul is important, and that is exactly the focus of Christianity, is to save souls. That is the whole focus of it. Jesus died for everybody. Everyone. He didn't die for the animals, he didn't die for the plants, he died for human beings to be able to spend eternity with God. Now, that's a good think piece, but anyway.
Treyarch, man, you got some explaining to do, dude. So what's this thing about flat earth and Black Ops 4? So I saw the video and I figured I'd at least try to look it up, and it's really, really hard to find. You have to watch this one video, but I'm going to show you. Let's check it out. Okay, so we have the video clip pulled up. This is from the guy on YouTube. He's just going through all the charms from Black Ops 4. So I'm not quite sure what number we're on, but we're right before the one that we need to get to. The one that we're looking for is called Yeah Science. Okay? Yeah Science. So, play. And there we go. It's exactly what you would think it is. It's a flat earth with the local moon and sun inside the firmament or dome, the covering that covers our world. They just have this casually hanging out in Black Ops 4, and I know what you're thinking. It's just a video game. And I get it. What better way to tell you about something than to put it in cartoons, movies, video games, so the NPCs could tell you, nah man, just a video game. So there you go, guys. They know. Come on, man. They know. It's just like a slap in the face at this time. You know what I mean? It's just, you know, those awake know. But there's a lot of NPCs out there who don't know, or, you know, maybe just don't want to accept it, or whatever. Just, you know, it's okay. It's okay. You know, we'll take the embarrassment for you to bring you the truth. To bring you out of the fairy tale land that you're living in. So it's right there, you know, the UN map is flat Earth, you know, all the ancient depictions of the cosmology of their religions are all flat Earths, you know, just, you know, only NASA tells you it's round. So NASA means to deceive, and the logo is a serpent's tongue. So just keep that in mind. All right, guys, till next time.
Guys, science made a new discovery. Well, it's not actually new, but more on that in a minute. Yeah, Northwestern University discovered that there's an ocean underneath the Earth, 700 kilometers underneath the Earth. And this ocean is 3 times the volume of the surface level oceans of the Earth. So yeah, like lots of water. How crazy is that? Well, it's really only crazy because you believe this. Do you remember we were taught this? That the Earth was one big solid ball? Yeah, it's not like that. And how would they have known it was like that? Because the furthest man ever dug down into the Earth is less than 8 miles. And as I said, this is not new information because God told man this thousands of years ago. Do you remember the flood of Noah? First the windows of heaven were open, then also the great deep broke forth. Here's what biblical cosmology looks like. Yeah, there's waters above, there's waters around, and there's waters underneath. Check out the second commandment, Exodus 20 verse 4. God tells us not to make graven images. No likenesses of things from heaven, likenesses things from inside the earth, and also no likenesses of the things in the waters underneath the earth. So guys, this is not new. Science is finally catching up. Before you know it, they're going to be telling us about the waters above outer space. Don't hold your breath on that one. But until then, continue to read your Bible and trust God. Love you guys.
I want you to watch this video and ask yourself, are these people in front of a green screen? Watch this guy clap his hands. Watch his hands. Look at this. What is that? And when the rocket goes up, none of them look up. Look at this. They're just clapping their hands. You can see the fading. None of them are looking up. This is exactly how NASA went to the moon, guys. Right here. This is exactly how they did it. This is why, you know, people like Buzz Aldrin say they didn't go. Because this is how it was done. You were fooled. So easily, too. This is exactly how they've deceived you. They took the flat map, which is the standard map of the world before the world elites came along, and they just literally turned it into a ball. That's all they did. And Antarctica is on the bottom of the ball. But that's not the reality, guys. This is all they did. This is how they deceived you. It's super easy to see once you wake up. Like, this is the biggest lie that's ever been sold. Let's do it again in reverse here and show you that literally what you think the globe is, it's just a flat map that's been expanded into a ball. It's as simple as that. Antarctica is a 360-degree ice wall that encompasses our stationary Earth. This is what it is, guys. Simple as that. Yep. The funniest part about all this is the people who purported this deception are the ones who control the United Nations. The United Nations uses the flat map as their logo, the most obvious thing that they can put in your face. Oh, we tried to tell you guys. We tried to tell you, but you didn't want to listen. Don't get mad when I say I told you so, because I told you so. How are we supposed to believe that the sun is a burning ball of fire 93 million miles away in outer space, but we see it below the horizon? If the sun was 93 million miles away in outer space, you would never see it below the horizon. All of your ancestors try to tell you as well. So did the Bible. So did the Quran. So did all religious texts. With the sun and the moon the same size, the same distance away from the earth within the firmament, just the way it looks to our own 2 eyes. Is that why the United Nations logo is a flat earth map? Is that why the Gleason's map is both scientifically and practically correct? Is that why all rocket launches to space follow a curved path because they can't go straight up? They'll hit the firmament? Is that why we see perfectly angled sun rays? Because sunlight only travels straight. If the sun was 93 million miles away, a million times bigger than the Earth, we would only view parallel rays. This is a local sun. Obviously, it's what we see. Also why we see arched rainbows. Because in order for a rainbow to form, it needs a prism, the glass prism above us. That's why it is arched, because it is a dome.
The maps that we have grown up looking at are wrong, and it's distorted our perception of the world we live in. Now, the African Union is pushing for a fairer representation of their countries on the global stage. The standard map is called the Mercator projection. It was created in the 16th century to navigate across the seas. In the process of turning the Earth into a rectangular image, it warped the size of various land masses. It typically exaggerates the size of the Northern Hemisphere while shrinking southern countries. Greenland is shown to be roughly the same size as Africa, despite Africa being 14 times larger. The issue isn't new. It even made an appearance in the cult TV show The West Wing, where the Organisation of Cartographers for Social Equality lobbied the White House over the issue. Now the African Union has joined calls for a more equal projection, saying the misinformation contributes to a global bias against the continent, influencing policy, media coverage and education. This is the alternative and maintains the relative size of each body of land. They're now pushing the United Nations and news organisations such as the BBC to adopt this projection going forward, changing the way we see the world.
You need the Gleason's map so that you can see Japan, Pearl Harbor, us. Oh, that makes a little bit more sense.
The Flat Earth map dates back over 1,000 years. This map is credited to being created by a Persian astronomer. His name was Al-Biruni and he lived between 973 AD to 1048 AD. It's the official map of the United Nations and also the United States Geological Survey. It used to be present in many places before the creation of NASA and the Antarctic Treaty in 1959. Here you see it with Admiral Byrd. This map has been restored by Dmitry from Russia with suggestions of mine, Heliocentrism. Known by my YouTube channel Flat Earth Banjo, I asked Dmitry to include the Bermuda Triangle and Point Nemo, a place deep in the Pacific where NASA buries rockets. Then Robert Tozzi, a professional mapmaker, came along and enhanced the map even more. There are many people now selling this map online, but if you could order it from my online store, I would greatly appreciate it. Visit my online store now and order one of the items. I humbly thank you.